Asterisk, I came to tell somebody tonight, you don't have to die in what you're going through. I know the storm is raging. I know the pressure feels unbearable. I know the enemy's whispering in your ear that this is the end of you. But the devil is a liar. You are not going under. You are coming out, and not just coming out, but coming out stronger, wiser, sharper, and with a testimony that hell itself cannot silence. Somebody shout right now, you can overcome this, whatever this is, whether it's heartbreak, betrayal, financial strain, sickness, depression. It will not define you, it will refine you. It will not break you, it will build you, because what the enemy meant for evil, God is about to flip it for your good. So don't you dare give up, don't you dare throw in the towel. You are standing on the edge of breakthrough, and I came to declare, you can overcome this and come out stronger than before. Asterisk, when life hits hard, when the weight of the storm feels unbearable, it is easy to let your struggle become the name you answer to. People start calling you by what you've been through instead of who you are. They label you broken, failure, divorced, bankrupt, depressed, or addict. And if you aren't careful, you start believing those names, you start wearing them, and you start living beneath the greatness that God planted inside of you. But your struggle is not your identity. It is not the final chapter of your story. It is only a page, only a process, only a part of your journey that is shaping you for something greater. Struggles are not sent to destroy you, they are sent to train you. The weight you feel pressing on you is resistance, and resistance produces strength. Think about it. Muscles don't grow without tension, gold is not purified without fire, and diamonds are not formed without pressure. In the same way, the struggle you are facing is shaping your character, sharpening your faith, and training your spirit to rise to another level. Every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, every battle you've fought, is equipping you for the destiny waiting on the other side. You may not see it now, but when you look back, you will realize that the very thing you thought was going to break you actually built you. You will understand that the season you hated was the season that made you. That betrayal taught you how to discern. That heartbreak taught you how to heal. That disappointment taught you how to hope again. Every struggle is a classroom, and God is the teacher, writing lessons into your soul that no book could ever explain. So don't wear the name of your struggle as if it defines you. Don't let your scars silence you. Your identity is greater than your struggle, because your struggle is temporary, but your calling is eternal. You are not what you went through, you are what you overcame. You are not the storm, you are the survivor. You are not the pain, you are the promise. The struggle is training you to walk with boldness, to speak with authority, and to live with unshakable faith. It is preparing you for doors you could not handle before. It is strengthening you for blessings that require maturity, patience, and resilience. The struggle is not your identity. It is your training ground. And when you rise from this season, you will not just be standing. You will be standing stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before. What broke you yesterday is not the end of you. It is the very thing that is building you today. Sometimes we confuse brokenness with failure, when in reality, brokenness is preparation. Yesterday's pain, yesterday's betrayal, yesterday's loss, those things did not show up to destroy you. They showed up to develop something inside of you that comfort could never produce. You may look back at the moments when your heart was shattered, when your trust was violated, when your plans fell apart, and think, that was the worst season of my life. But if you look closer, you'll also realize that it was in those seasons that you discovered strength you never knew you had. You found resilience you didn't know was possible. You tapped into a deeper connection with God because you had no one else to lean on but Him. What broke you yesterday carved out room for growth. Think of a seed. Before it becomes a tree, it must first be buried in darkness, and it must break open. If the seed never breaks, the tree never grows. In the same way, the breaking in your life is not evidence of death, but evidence of transformation. What felt like the end was actually the beginning of something new. That heartbreak made you wiser, that rejection pushed you into new opportunities, that failure forced you to think bigger and dig deeper. Each fracture of yesterday is laying a foundation of strength for today. It's easy to resent the breaking, to wish it had never happened, but if it had not broken you, it would not have built you. Brokenness teaches empathy, so that when you see someone else hurting, you can reach down and lift them up. Brokenness teaches humility, so you don't walk into your next season with arrogance, but with gratitude. Brokenness teaches endurance, because once you've survived what you thought would kill you, you know you can face anything else that comes your way. What broke you was not a punishment. It was a tool in the hands of a master builder, shaping you into something greater than you were before. When you see the scars left behind by yesterday's breaking, don't despise them. Scars don't represent weakness. They represent survival. They remind you that you didn't just go through it. You came out of it. They tell the world that what tried to break you failed, because here you are, still standing, still fighting, still believing, still moving forward. Every scar is a testimony that the breaking did not defeat you, it developed you. And now the strength you carry, the wisdom you walk in, the faith you stand on, that was born out of yesterday's breaking. What broke you yesterday is building you today, and tomorrow you will look back and thank God that the breaking made you into who you were always meant to become. Delay does not mean denial, and just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. One of the hardest things to endure is waiting. Waiting for the prayer to be answered, waiting for the door to open, waiting for the healing to come, waiting for the breakthrough to show up. In the waiting season, it can feel like heaven is silent, like your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling, like time is slipping away and your dreams are fading. But delay is not the same thing as denial. A delay often means that something is still being prepared, that something greater is still being aligned, that something in you or around you is being shaped so you can carry what's coming without it crushing you. Think about a seed planted in the soil. For a long time, nothing appears to be happening. Day after day, the ground looks the same, and it seems as though the seed is dead and buried. But beneath the surface, out of sight, roots are forming, life is stirring, and foundations are being established. If the seed sprouted too soon without roots, it would not survive the wind or the heat. The delay is what ensures the strength. In the same way, your waiting season is where God is putting down roots in your life, strengthening your faith, shaping your character, and building your endurance so when the blessing comes, you won't just receive it, you'll be able to sustain it. Delay also protects you. Sometimes we think we're ready, but God knows that if the door opened too early, it could overwhelm us. We see the opportunity, but He sees the weight attached to it. We see the stage, but He sees the responsibility. We see the promise, but He sees the preparation required. Delay is not punishment. It is divine protection. It is God saying, I love you too much to let you step into something prematurely. I am preparing you for the promise, and I am preparing the promise for you. In those seasons of delay, discouragement will whisper that it's over, that you missed your chance, that it will never happen. But you have to silence that voice with truth. You have to remind yourself that just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. The vision is still alive, the dream is still breathing, the breakthrough is still scheduled. Every step of the journey, every tear you've cried, Every moment you've waited in faith is being collected and will be rewarded. What looks like a delay to you is often perfect timing to God. The danger of delay is that we start to lose hope. We start to settle. We start to think small because we're tired of waiting. But you cannot afford to downgrade your dream just because the waiting feels long. Hold on to the vision even if it tarries, because at the appointed time it will speak and it will not lie. The delay is simply the space between the promise and the manifestation, and in that space, something powerful is happening inside you. Patience is growing, strength is maturing, faith is deepening. And when the day finally comes, you'll look back and understand that the delay was never denial. It was the preparation that made the promise possible. Pain is not just something you survive. It is something that shapes you into who you are destined to be. Pain is the passport to power, because nothing refines, matures, and strengthens a person like walking through hardship and coming out on the other side. We often think power comes from titles, positions, or achievements, but real power comes from experience. Real power comes from knowing what it feels like to be broken and learning how to heal. Real power comes from being knocked down and refusing to stay down. Every painful season of your life has been preparing you to carry more wisdom, more authority, and more resilience than you had before. Pain stretches you. It pushes you beyond your comfort zone and forces you to discover new depths of strength. Without pain, growth would be impossible, because comfort never challenges us to rise higher. Pain is the trainer that teaches you endurance. It's the fire that purifies your motives. It's the weight that builds your spiritual muscles. The very moments you wished you could escape are the same moments that are shaping you into someone who can carry greatness with grace. You cannot have power without process, and you cannot have process without pain. Look at people who walk in true authority. There's always a story behind them. You see their strength now, but behind that strength are nights they cried themselves to sleep. Behind that wisdom are battles they didn't think they would survive. Behind that courage are scars that remind them of what they've overcome. Their pain became their passport, granting them access to places they could never have entered without it. That's why you can't despise your pain. You may hate what it feels like, but you'll love what it produces in you. Pain also connects you to others. When you've walked through suffering, you gain the ability to understand someone else's struggle in a way you never could if you had only lived in ease. Your story becomes a bridge that allows others to find hope in their own battles. What you went through wasn't just about you. It was about the people you would inspire and encourage along the way. Your pain becomes the evidence that if you made it, they can make it too. That's power, being able to take what was meant to destroy you and use it to strengthen someone else. The truth is, pain will visit all of us. None of us can escape it. But pain is not the enemy. Pain is the process. Every time you endure it, you are being promoted in strength. Every time you survive it, you are being elevated in resilience. Every time you grow through it, you are stepping closer to your destiny. The level of power you carry tomorrow is directly connected to the level of pain you're willing to process today. What feels unbearable now will one day become the testimony you share, the authority you walk in, the confidence you carry. So the next time pain shows up, don't just see it as punishment. See it as the passport that is giving you access to greater strength, deeper wisdom, and a higher level of power than you ever imagined. What you are walking through right now may feel like it's trying to ruin you, but what it is really doing is refining you. Fire can either destroy or purify, and the difference is in how you endure it. Gold does not reach its highest value until it goes through the fire. Diamonds are not revealed until intense pressure is applied. Steel is not strong until it has been through the heat of the furnace. In the same way, your trials are not designed to ruin you, they are designed to refine you. The shaking, the pressure, the disappointment, the heartbreak. It is all a process of purification, stripping away what is not necessary and sharpening what is essential. Refinement is different from ruin because ruin ends your story, but refinement prepares you for the next chapter. Ruin tears down, but refinement builds up. Ruin leaves you empty, but refinement leaves you equipped. What you are facing may feel unbearable, but hidden within it is a process that is making you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You may not see it right now because all you feel is the heat of the fire. But when you come out of this, you will carry clarity, maturity, and strength that you did not have before. The truth is, many of the impurities in our character, our thinking, or our habits only surface when we are under pressure. When everything is easy, when life is smooth, we often don't notice the attitudes, fears, or weaknesses that hold us back. But when we walk through adversity, those things rise to the surface. That is not to expose you for shame, but to give you the opportunity to grow. Refinement reveals what needs to be surrendered, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be healed. It is a painful process, but it is a necessary one, because without it, you could never carry the weight of the destiny waiting on you. Sometimes, refinement also means letting go of things you thought you couldn't live without. There are relationships, mindsets, habits, and even dreams that don't belong in your next season. The fire burns away what can't survive where you're going, and even though it hurts to release, it's making room for something greater. You may lose some things in the process, but you will gain what is priceless: strength, faith, endurance, and unshakable identity. When you come out of refinement, people will look at you and not even recognize the strength you carry. They'll see the glow, the wisdom, the authority, and wonder how you got it. They won't know the nights you cried, the days you questioned, the battles you fought, but they will see the result. They will see that what was meant to ruin, you actually produced something powerful in you. Your scars will not be signs of defeat, but proof of victory. Your story will not be one of destruction, but of transformation. You are not coming out ruined. You are coming out refined. You are not coming out weaker. You are coming out stronger. You are not coming out bitter. You are coming out better. Everything you have walked through is pushing you toward your greater self. And when you step into the fullness of your destiny, you will realize that the fire was never there to consume you. It was there to confirm you.